The holiday season means more than the sound of sleigh bells to kids. There are also the bleeps and bloops we've come to know. If somebody on your shopping list has their hearts and minds set on a video game system, and it's not an IBM system or one of those, essentially what you're talking about is one of three things. The Panasonic 3DO, which is world-class graphics, really exciting, really wonderful, really expensive, about $700. Or the other two systems, Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo. The difference between these two? Sega Genesis plays Sega Genesis games. Super Nintendo plays, you guessed it, Super Nintendo games. Fans and manufacturers will argue the advantages of one system over the other, but there is a huge range of games available for both, and several unique to each.
Super Nintendo has Mario Brothers.
Right.
Genesis has Sonic. They're both two good games. If your kids were brought up on regular Nintendo, maybe they prefer Super Nintendo. If they like the sports games, like the wrestling or the new football that just came out, maybe they prefer Genesis.
If the person on your list has expressed a preference, you're home free, relatively. But if he or she hasn't, the best thing to do is go to a store that sells the games and talk with the salespeople. As for the games themselves, both companies are coming out with new products this holiday season. Nintendo has NHL Stanley Cup hockey, and boy, you do have to love these graphics. The Super Mario Brothers are out, starring those Super Mario Brothers, exclusive to Nintendo. There's Mental Combat for the little nippers that like to pack a punch, and also NCAA basketball. Both systems have Jurassic Park games. This one is from Sega. Sega also has Sonic the Hedgehog in something called Spinball, looks like fun. And in the odd department, how about Toe Jam and Earl? A big hit, I'm told, with the younger set. And here's a holiday tip. Rather than buying, why not rent the games and see how well they go over with the kids before you lay out $40 to $70 to buy one? On the Pop Watch, Dan Kain, Channel 3, Eyewitness News.
And tonight at 11, Dan's going to show us some other hot video games for the holidays, as well as some things you might want to add to your system to give it a little more punch.
Games are incredible, aren't they?